Hi and welcome. It's Kevin Doherty here with the Intentional Wealth Institute. Hope you're doing really well today. And I have a really important topic for you that I want to discuss in today's video. And it has to do with the two fundamentally different ways that we can go about creating what I call wealth or success in our lives. And if you're somebody who has quite frankly struggled with money, you've struggled with your work and your business or your job, and you think that a lot of that might have to do with the fact that you just can't do things like normal people do. Normal people, right? Like what most conventional rules suggest, they don't feel like they really apply to you. And you've been left kind of scratching your head like, well, what do I do then? How do I use the qualities that I already possess and the ways that I'm different and go about creating the success and financial freedom and wealth that I desire through that? Well, if that's been your situation and you are what I would call a more kind of aware or sensitive, introspective type of person, this topic is extremely important because, quite frankly, this is what I struggled with for many years when I entered the real world and had to kind of make a living and figure all this out. And I hope, basically that this topic, just exposing it, cuts the learning curve for you and gets you where you need to be faster. So let's dive in. The first way that we go about creating wealth and success in our lives, this is what 99% of us do in our modern world. It's what we've been taught to do. And it has to do with using qualities like willpower, ambition, hard work, and perseverance to basically push through and get what we want. And to do this, we have to be extremely disciplined. We have to regiment our time extremely well. We have to be very organized. And we're basically doing things in a very kind of linear, structured, rational way to create the success that we desire. Once again, this is what most of us have been taught to do in our formal education, basically starting around the age of 5, I'd say for most of us. This is the model that's been ingrained in us, so that this is what it means to be a successful person. Now, for a lot of us, though, this way of going about creating success in our life actually is extremely limited and actually flawed based on who we are. And it's time to just acknowledge that and expose it. And I think it's just refreshing to do that and to see things in a different light. Because there's an entirely different way to go about creating wealth and success in your life. And I think you already know this and you already have a glimpse of this, but now it's time to really integrate this fully into your life and make this the kind of conscious way that you go about creating what you want, knowing that it's absolutely possible. So I call this second way kind of the quantum model of wealth creation or success. And this has much more to do with recognizing and developing certain qualities within your consciousness that you already have that have to do with connecting with the invisible world of of infinite intelligence and this kind of power field of energy that's out there in the universe. And this might sound kind of abstract or a little bit esoteric, but we have to remember that this is actually how most people across this planet have lived for thousands and thousands of years. If we study ancient wisdom traditions in Asia and indigenous cultures in Africa, there's an extremely direct connection with the power of the invisible world that influenced one's daily life. And the whole culture, the whole community has been built around that. Now, a lot of us watching this video right now, we kind of already get that, and we're already applying these principles in so many areas of our lives, like the food we eat and the relationships that we have and the health that we seek and cultivate. But what's missing is the work piece and the money piece. A lot of us have not figured out how to take our kind of innate powers of consciousness and bring them into our work, learn how to create money in a very intentional way. And in my experience, I use my life and my business as a laboratory to do exactly that on a daily basis. And I've had just incredible breakthroughs taking some of these principles that have been around for thousands of years, but doing it in a way that directly welcomes in the conversation of money and work and business. And that's why I'm in a unique position to kind of offer the coaching that I am right now and to guide and lead people in this journey to really take what you're best at, what you're gifted at, and welcome in the conversation of money and wealth and fulfillment based on that. So you've heard me talk, if you've read my free report that I put out recently, it's all over Facebook and you've probably gotten emails about it. Definitely read that if you haven't. It's called the Money Creation Master Plan. But in that report, I talk about these 5 money transformation tools. These are extremely powerful tools, and that's really what this work is about, is using these tools to develop your consciousness so you can literally enter and kind of slide into new quantum levels of reality, new dimensions of who you are. And you're basically learning how to bend reality based on the way that you use your mind and the way that you develop your consciousness. And it has a tremendous amount to do with artistic creativity, with conscious intention, and with knowing how to work with your own energy field, your own frequency. So once again, I don't, it's funny because I'm not like a woo-woo guy. I'm not like some new agey guy who is coming at it from this really out there abstract angle. I I just realized that, for myself, the conventional way of doing things was extremely limited for me and it wasn't going to work. And I've seen that for so many of us who are part of my coaching community and who subscribe to my emails and kind of check out what I'm doing on Facebook. So, the main reason I wanted to share this is that I want to reassure you that if you are somebody who is more aware and more awake to your life and you are more creative and introspective, there is absolutely a way that you can utilize that to generate wealth in your life, to create the money that you want, to do the work that is most fulfilling for you. So in Deliberate Wealth Design, that is a huge part of this program, is doing exactly this, is using these 5 money tools to really develop your consciousness and enter new dimensions of reality where your typical stressors, your typical addictions, your typical limiting beliefs literally just kind of fade away. They're no longer aligned with the level of frequency that you are resonating at. And that's really how change happens in the most core way possible. Now, what's cool about, I think, my approach to helping you create wealth is it's not just about doing this inner work and raising your level of consciousness. The 5th money tool is all about having a magnetic plan for your life. So this is about taking all of this kind of energy you're building up, this clarity of your purpose, and then using tools like social media and email marketing and these systems that we have online to get incredible amounts of exposure and visibility. So you're starting to connect with an audience of people who totally appreciate what you have to offer. That's what I've been able to do very, very well over the past few years. And I have, definitely like a unique kind of blend of qualities here that I think I'm bringing to the table in that sense because, for me, like I got a bachelor's degree in Eastern Religious Studies. I spent most of my early 20s just working on myself and doing meditation practice and kind of cleansing my past, basically, because I had a kind of a rough situation growing up and, wasn't a great deal of fun for me. So I did a lot of inner work. And then when I entered the business world, that's when I really started to learn how to market and become very successful with things like copywriting, advertising, building exposure and getting visibility for my brand. And, I've taken that to a level now where I never even could have dreamed it was possible. So this is what I want to help you to do, is what I've noticed is that once you get how to align money and work with these creative faculties and these different levels of consciousness, you naturally want to share that with as many people as you can. So if you feel like you're self-conscious about that right now and you're kind of playing small and you feel kind of limited in the amount of people that are seeing what you're up to, and whether you have a private practice or a virtual business, or you're just looking to transition and do something totally new, if you feel some hangups about that, Deliberate Wealth Design is definitely going to help you with that. So even if you're an introvert or you're shy or you're just not really accustomed to putting yourself out there, I can promise you that once you do this work on yourself and you really develop this certain way of looking at things and this mindset based on these money tools, you are going to want as many people as possible exposed to what you have to offer because it's extremely powerful. What you have to offer is very unique. And that is how you are going to generate the wealth and success that you deserve on this planet. So there should be a link under this video if you want to check out Deliberate Wealth Design. The program officially starts on December 2nd. I'd love to have you join us if you're ready to make some pretty core changes in your life and you're ready to really end financial struggle and end the kind of story about how difficult it is in the economy and literally go to higher levels of reality that you have absolute ability to do. So if that sounds intriguing to you and you want a clear plan for implementing that into the world, I think I can help you out with that. So go ahead and click that link and I'd love to work with you and I will talk to you soon in a future video. Take care and have a wonderful rest of the day.